Hello and welcome to today's video. In this video I'm going to be going through my July bullet journal setup. As you can see, these are all the different supplies that I was using, and here is my bullet journal. So if I open it up now, you will see that inside of it I have penciled out everything that I'm planning on doing. This is how I know kind of where everything fits, if there's anything that isn't going to fit on a page, and just so in my own mind I know what I'm going for. So the theme of July's bullet journal was plants and greenery and leaves and basically everything like nature and earth inspired, but I definitely played most on the plant element. So here you can see me just messing around, trying to figure out how everything looks nice. I wasn't completely vibing with it, but I was a massive fan of the big leaf, so I thought let's get that stuck down, figure it out later on. And a really cool trick that I've found, if things just aren't meshing, they're not quite looking how you want, is to get some paper from a book and just kind of rip it up and put it in. So I went to a charity shop and I found like an £800 really old book that, you know, was yellowing the way I personally liked for 50p, brought it, and now I've got it to last me for probably years and years, to be honest. But I just feel like this gives it a much cooler vibe. Like, you'll see the stickers go in almost the exact same place they were going to, but with this added paper, I feel like it really helps it and it makes it work a lot better. Then I have also recently been using these really cool circle stickers. I just think they add a little bit extra, a little bit of more colour to the page, and it works really well. So I'm going to speed this up a little bit now and see where we go. So I'm keeping on sticking these stickers down, but it is time to kind of do the final bits. So I'll write July, and then I always like to add a little mini calendar in on all of my pages. This month I did it here, and you'll see I used a felt pen, a Crayola Super Tip, to kind of highlight. I didn't actually love how this looked in the end, but it was alright. And then I also got this postcard. I'll leave the link to it down below. I got it from a little Etsy shop, a pack of postcards. I just really like the look of it, so I thought it'd look really cool as a statement page in the bullet journal. And trimming the edges, and we are done on the first page. So if we flip over now to the July monthly view. So moving on to the monthly view, in this one I essentially draw out a massive calendar for the month. I always do this using 6 square by 6 square larger squares. I hope that makes sense. Each square you see come into life is made up of 6 squares going either way on the paper itself. So yeah, and yeah, I just draw this with a pen. As you can see, I've already traced out a big plant pot on the page, and this was kind of how I was adding in the element here, and I actually decided to go ahead and use pencils for this. It was really fun to draw and colour in, but it definitely did take some time. I wouldn't recommend doing this for every single page, just because the amount of time it would take, but overall it was fun, so why not? And I realised it was going to take way too long to record all of this, so here we are skipping to the future where it's completely coloured in, and also the dates are being inputted. I use the same colour palette using the Crayola Super Tips to draw each page in from each other, so each number has a coloured dot behind it. I also thought it'd be fun to add in the same paper trick and make everything seem more seamless. So then once I've got all this paper set up on the page, the only thing left to do was to add in all of my stickers. So for this month, the stickers I've added in are some scale stickers. I use these to write my weight in when I weigh myself, and also any pet stickers. So I've got 2 little cats. And this month they just needed a flea treatment, so it's just that flea treatment sticker. And then after I've done this, there are also birthdays. July is a very, very, very heavy birthday month, and that means there's a lot to do. So for this, I'll go back to the very start of my bullet journal where I did a big setup where we see the entire year and write in all the birthdays from there. So as you can see, there are quite a lot to go in, but that is everything done now. So we can move over onto the next page, which is our tracking pages. So on this page, I like to track my mood, my productivity, and then I also have a workout and weight tracker. So for the mood and productivity tracker this month, I just went back to some basic grids. I have tried a few funky things the last few months and making it more part of a design, but to be honest, they just aren't working as well as this very basic design worked for me personally. So I'm going to stick with it. So for this, it's basically a mini calendar, and then I will set up a key for how I feel. So those 4 Crayola Super Tip colours I've been using throughout will just be a part of the key, and I will keep those on me for the month of July. So it's really simple, but it's really easy. And then to also try and keep this theme going, I put a little plant in the corner of this page, which I think looks cute. And obviously once it's filled in at the end of the month, the colours will also make it look this way. But for the start, unfortunately, it's pretty plain, but by the end of the month it won't be. And then over onto the workout and weight tracker page, it is a very similar setup that I do, but rather than the calendar all being connected, just to make it look a bit nicer, I do slightly smaller squares, but they are all apart from each other. So these are 2x2 squares with 1 square in between all of the way. And again, we are just setting up our calendar. So for these squares, this is what tracks my workouts and how I've been exercising. So we'll add in a key that tracks walking, running, workouts and yoga, and on the days that I do any of these, I will add the colour that is associated with them into the square, and it's as simple as that. And then in the leftover space down the corner, I use the scale stickers again to write down what I weigh, and that's just a way for me to track it that's easy, and it also keeps everything I track throughout the entire month on a 1-page spread, which works really well for me because it's all in one place and it's easy to keep a track of. So then flipping over to the next page, we have our July brain dump. This is just a page that is really helpful for me. Every single month the page ends up completely and absolutely full, just with anything and everything that I feel I need to write about or jot down. It's a place where I put to-do lists. If there's a list of something I want, I'll put it there. If there's anything I want to discuss, I'll put it there. Literally everything can go on this page. Sometimes I just want to put some thoughts down. Sometimes there's something I hear about and I want to look into more. Every single thing that I just want to dump down to look at another point gets put on these brain dump pages, and I love them. It's great. So I just went for a simple bookshelf feel, and that was that. So then flipping over, last but not least this month, we have the first weekly setup for July. Now I've set up this week many times now. I've used it for a fair few months, and it's very simple. It is 6 squares across, and we just go all the way down the page. What I have done the last few months is try and give myself less space to write for Saturday and Sunday, so that I am giving myself less to do and trying to take a bit of a weekend break. And I definitely do use my bullet journal on a daily basis, like multiple times. I really use it to do everything. So giving myself less space for a Saturday and Sunday really does help me. And it's something I'm really pleased that I decided to try out because it's working well. So to carry the theme over onto this page, I did a little plant stand section. So these were all for houseplants essentially. Most of them I drawed, but then you will also find that I did manage to use a sticker for one and draw over it, and I really like the way that these turned out. Again, I coloured them in just using pencil, and then that was done. So yeah. So now it is time for the final flip through of this bullet journal. Here is the main page, super simple, but I really like it and I think it's really effective. Then if we flip over to the monthly view, I'm really a big fan of this, but July is looking like it's going to end up being a busy month, so let's hope it isn't. The mood tracker, I know it doesn't look like much right now, but once it's all filled in, it's great. Nice empty brain dump, ready for me to dump my brain in. And last but not least, the weekly view. So that is everything. Please do give the video a like if you liked it. Subscribe down below if you would like to see more. And hopefully I'll see you next time. Bye.